Good morning students. Welcome to my YouTube channel Maths Bus. Today I am taking chapter 5 of class 10th arithmetic progression. As far as the previous topics are concerned, which were related to nth term of AP, finding nth term, I have already posted the video, so you can check the previous video. In this video we will be finding the sum of n terms. So the formula for an AP here, for an AP, what is the formula? Sn stands for the sum of n terms. This is sum of n terms. So the formula is n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where a stands for this is the first term and d is the common difference. Now here if 2a can be rewritten as, like I am giving you the second formula, this can be rewritten as a plus n minus 1 into d, and this term is basically nth term. And if you know, nth term is generally taken the last term also, an, which can be taken as last term. So we can replace n by 2 into a plus l. So this is either n by 2 a plus l or a plus an. Both ways it is correct. So here we have to remember these two formulas, and where are these two formulas being used? That depends on the kind of pattern we are having. The pattern, like, so I am taking the question, you will understand. First question is, we have 4 parts. I am taking one part of these. Like first part is, if you see 2, 7, 12 up till 10 terms. So here a is 2 and common difference is the difference between 2 consecutive terms. And n is 10. So this is simple. I am taking the second part. Here this is a1, this is a2, this is a3. Okay. Now a1 or a is same. A is minus 37. And what is d? D stands for the common difference. How do we find d? D is taken the difference between a2 minus a1. So minus 33 minus of minus 37. So if you see, the difference is here, this is 4 and n is 12. Now what we have to do is, we have to use this formula because we don't have the last term. Last term is not known to us. So here S12, because I have to find the sum of 12 terms. So this is n by 2. I am writing the formula 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is 12. I'll just write it here. N is 12. So we'll replace a is what? A is the first term. First term is minus 37. N is 12. And how much is common difference? This is 4. We'll just solve it. This is 6 and this is minus 74. This is 11 into 4, 44. So 6 into this is minus 30. So this becomes minus 180. So it means sum of 12 terms is minus 180. So this is what is question number 1. So we have to solve the other parts of question 1 in a similar way. Now I'll take question number 2. In question number 2, we have been given a series in which we have been given the last term. So just see how will we carry out. So I'm taking one part of question number 2. We have been given an AP in which we have been given the last term. But in this question, important part is we don't have n. Number of terms we don't have. So we have to find how many terms are there. Okay. You can use this formula, Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus an. But an is given, that's fine. A is given, that's fine. But n we don't have. So we have to find n. Now what we will do, we'll recall the nth term formula which we have done in the second exercise. This is the nth term. Now an is 84. What is the first term? This is 7. N we don't know. And how much is common difference? I forgot to find out. So common difference we'll find out. A1 is 7. A2 is 10.5. That is 21 by 2. So how do we find common difference? By subtracting the second term, first term from the second term. So A2 minus A1. So this is, we'll take the difference. So 2 LCM, and this gives you 7 upon 2. This is common difference. So we'll just put the value of 7 by 2. Next is, we'll subtract. So this is 84 minus 7, n minus 1, 7 by 2. And if you see, the difference is 77. So 77 is equal to n minus 1, 7 by 2. This cancels. This is 11. 11 into 2, n minus 1. This is 22. We'll shift 1 to the left side and n is equal to 23. So what is this? This means these all terms in total are 23. How will you find Sn? that is sum of 23 terms. So when you have the last term, when you have the first term, then you can use the formula this. You don't need to use the bigger formula. So S23 you can write, this is what? N by 2. I am just writing the formula A plus AN. How much is N? N is 23 by 2. What is the first term? First term is 7. And what is the last term? This is 84. So here this becomes 23 by 2 into 91. We'll multiply 91 into 23. So here this is 273 and this gives you this is 2093 upon 2. We can write it in the form of mixed fraction and this is your answer. So you can see this question is a bit different. We have 3 parts of these question. I mean question number 2 has got 3 parts. You can try the other 3 parts like this also. Okay. As far as question number 3 are concerned, we have all various parts. The questions are different. In few of the questions you are finding first term, few questions you are finding N, in few questions you are finding Sn. So I am taking two parts of those question number 3. The other parts you can try from yourself. Okay. Like here, if you see, A is 5, D is 3, An is 50. He says find N. So first of all, what is the formula for An? An is A plus N minus 1 into D. An is 50, we'll put 50, A is 5, N we don't know, and D is already given. So you can see in this equation you have all the variables except 1, which can be easily calculated. Now 50 minus 5, this is N minus 1 into 3. Now this is 45 is equal to N minus 1 into 3. N minus 1 is equal to 45 upon 3, that is 15. And N is equal to 15 plus 1 upon, this is 16. So N is 16. Now you have to find Sn. So it means what we have to find? S16. So S16 you can find out by using the formula, the bigger formula, because we don't have the last term here. Yes, we have the last term. We have An, that is A16. So we can easily find out the 16 by 2 A plus An. Simple. You can use this formula 8 into 55 and this is 440. I mean you can use this formula. Why? Because you have first term, you have last term, you have number of terms. So I'll just take one more question and you will understand the remaining question. You can try from your side. So one question of this third question I am taking one of the parts. Now I am taking fourth part of question number 3. In this question we have been given third term and we have been given sum of 10 terms. We have to find the first term and we have to find the 10th term. So it's a good question because altogether we have been given different things. So A3, that is third term, this can be written as A plus 2D is equal to 15. How? You know the formula. This is An. N is 3, you will put 3 here and here also you will put 3, so you will get this equation. This is 15. Now moving to next is N is 10, this is 10 and this is 125. So I am just substituting the value. Once you substitute the value, we'll simplify and you get this equation. Okay. Now here, this is first equation, this is second equation. So you can see we have 2 equations in 2 variables. Using elimination method, we'll find the value of each of the variable. Equation 1, multiply 1 by 2 and second minus 1. And we'll take the difference of these 2 equations. This is second equation. Multiply this equation by 2. This is 2a plus 4d is equal to 30. So we'll take the difference. This cancels. D is equal to minus 5. Now D is equal to minus 5. We can easily find A. A here I am putting A plus 2D is equal to 15. D is minus 5. So 2 into minus 5 is 15. A minus 10 is equal to 15. So A is equal to 15 plus 10, that is 25. So it means the first term is 25. Clear? Now 10th term. So how will we find 10th term? We'll recall the formula. An is A plus n minus 1 into D. So A 10. So for n we'll put 10. What is A? A is 25. N is 10. And how much is d? D is minus 5. So 25 plus 9 into minus 5, this is 25 minus 45, this is minus 20. Okay, one thing is clear. What? If d is negative, our term will keep on decreasing. So that is the reason your first term was 25, this was the first term, and 10th term is minus 20. If it is A20, it will be even lesser than this 10th term. So I just want you to practice more questions, and in my next video I'll be taking the problems related to the word questions. Word problems I'll be taking. And till then, keep practicing, keep learning. Thank you.